We spend millions scanning our skies, yet decades of unexplained human encounters remained buried in locked filing cabinets. These Pursue files represent a staggering volume of suppressed data, containing thousands of pages of detailed reports from pilots and experts. This secrecy involved the active psychological dismissal of highly credible witnesses, far exceeding standard document classification or national security protocols. The true history of these phenomena lies in the stories of the people who refuse to back down, rather than within redacted bureaucracy. To understand these events, we must examine the toll taken when a government tells its citizens their own eyes are lying. A veteran PanAm pilot watched a massive, cigar-shaped craft accelerate past his windshield at impossible speeds over the ocean. Investigators tried to label the sighting a skipping meteor, despite the crew observing clearly defined saucer-shaped structural lights. These aeronautical experts stood their ground, refusing to accept an explanation that ignored their thousands of hours of flight experience. Treating masters of the sky like amateurs reveals a systemic policy that prioritizes narrative control over expert physical evidence. This strategy of dismissal reached the highest levels of American achievement, silencing even our most prominent national heroes. Buzz Aldrin reported a brilliant light pacing Apollo 11, his voice betraying genuine confusion in the raw audio recordings. While investigators publicly suggested cosmic rays or debris, the astronauts were left in the deepest isolation, processing an encounter with the unknown. To understand the motive for this intense secrecy, we must look at the Kennedy administration in 1963. The president's inner circle was privately terrified, drafting extreme contingency plans for the potential social collapse following human-to-alien contact. These private memos used explicit language regarding containment protocols for what they defined as a non-human entity. Systemic gaslighting was driven by a profound, top-down fear that ordinary citizens could not survive the reality of a non-human presence. In 2023, federal land workers in the American West reported a terrifying anomaly they called the Eye of Sauron. Witnesses described a 10-foot glowing orb with a dark center that seemed to watch them as they moved through the forest. The resulting silence from their superiors caused real psychological distress within the regional office, leaving the witnesses feeling entirely unsupported. When those we trust to guard our land are left terrified and ignored, institutional silence becomes a form of active harm. The long-standing strategy of silence finally collapsed when intelligence specialists began breaking rank to testify before the Senate. Former intelligence officer David Grush claims the government recovered massive, football field-sized crafts and recovered several unearthly biological entities. Grush is part of a coalition of over 40 insiders, now exposing internal military data to the general public. This cover-up is failing because the individuals operating the machine can no longer carry the heavy psychological burden of hiding reality. While the government portal is finally open, redacted documents will never provide the full scope of the phenomenon. The conviction of pilots, federal workers, and astronauts who risked their reputations provides the most reliable historical record. The sightings are no longer just unacknowledged, they have become a public record that we can finally discuss.
We must look after him. The extraterrestrial is in good health.
We have to treat him well,
So that he reveals all his secrets to us.